I am so happy that Avatar 2 was able to hit the $2 billion mark. We had many people hating on the film or ultimately just throwing it aside when it first came out, saying that Avatar 2 was not going to be as good as the first one, or that the hype died down because of it taking a long time for the sequel to be released. And the only reason why it took so long was because of the technology that was currently being developed. And once that technology was developed, we saw the release of Avatar 2. And those same people that were shitting on the film at the beginning are now the ones that are also going out to see it because of how good of a word of mouth the film is being received and spread around. And let's not forget that we also had boycotts at the start of Avatar 2's release. And what did they do? They absolutely did nothing, showing it when you have stupid opinions about a topic, those opinions don't matter. And right now we have box office milestone Avatar 2 sales past $2 billion globally. Avatar The Way of Water has become only the sixth film in history to cross the $2 billion mark at the worldwide box office, not adjusted for inflation. The movie's performance is a huge victory for director James Cameron, who is the only filmmaker to have directed 3 films achieving the milestone. And they just put James Cameron in the books as being one of the greatest directors of all time. Yes, he's had terrible takes with being anti testosterone, even though if you look up, females also have testosterone, but males just have more of it. Absolutely terrible take. But you cannot lie that James Cameron is an amazing director, and when he makes films, he doesn't have stupid messagings or agendas backing them, but ultimately has good messagings that resonates with most of the viewers and ultimately makes his movies be successful. And then it continues. Disney announced Sunday that the big budget sequel will finish the weekend with a worldwide total of $2.024 billion, the best showing of the pandemic era. And I remember when people were saying that this film wasn't going to cross $1.5 billion and let alone $2 billion. And here we are. Film has already crossed $2 billion, just putting those people to shame. It has earned $598 million domestically and $1.426 billion overseas. As I've said with the boycotts, we had Native American activists wanting to boycott the film over this film being a fiction and having 9 foot tall talking blue aliens in a world that doesn't exist. And we also had this tweet pop off by this person who has an extremely well thought out resume on her Twitter, as you can see right there. It's a pretty big resume. We saw her saying that this was a horrible and racist film and that it showed indigenous tribes in a harmful manner and that because of that, it should have been boycotted. These people are just so delusional in not understanding what a fictional story is. And because of that, we are seeing ultimately these films tend to do extremely well with the vast majority of audiences, and having directors and people that actually work on these movies and shows continue to have success because they don't try to appeal towards this small group of individuals. And we even had James Cameron himself come out saying why he released the first Avatar, and that was because he was in Brazil trying to help indigenous tribes from protecting their land against a dam that was being built that would have ultimately destroyed much of their land that they were living in. Anyways, I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on this. If you guys enjoyed, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.